Hi, my name is Peter Renn. I'm an attorney with Lambda Legal. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm part of the legal team bringing this lawsuit today. I think everyone would agree that schools should be in the business of protecting students, but this law does the exact opposite. Instead of teaching students to treat each other equally, it teaches students that one group of them, LGBT students, are inferior. Instead of stopping harassment and discrimination, this law creates a climate where it can thrive. And instead of educating all students about their health, this law blocks information for LGBT youth. Unfortunately, we know that for the vast majority of LGBT students in South Carolina, schools are not a safe place, and this law contributes to that problem. 3 out of 4 students in South Carolina who are LGBT report experiencing harassment based on their sexual orientation. And this law makes it more difficult for teachers to be able to do their jobs of trying to solve that problem. They can't create a classroom environment where everyone feels safe and respected if they have to also, at the same time, treat one group of students as virtually unmentionable. The only context in which same-sex relationships can be discussed in health education is in the context of disease. But that sends the terrible and stigmatizing message that the only information worth learning about LGBT people is in a negative context. We know for a fact that this law is causing harm to South Carolina students across the state. For example, one student asked a question about same-sex relationships in sex ed class, and the teacher told them in response, "We can't really talk about that," which understandably made them feel embarrassed and ashamed. Another student who is gay was told at the start of sex ed class by his teacher that we aren't going to talk about gay people in this class. And that student was then later subject to bullying in the class and told by other students that they didn't belong there in the classroom. This archaic discriminatory law was passed 32 years ago, which means that it's been on the books for 32 years too long. Public understanding of LGBT people has grown significantly since that time, and I think that many people would be rightly shocked to learn that this law still exists. Too many generations of LGBT people have had to go to school thinking and being told by their government that there is something wrong with them simply because of who they love. It is beyond time for South Carolina to stop harming its LGBT students.